Hello geometry students, today's learning target is to solve problems related to equilateral triangles. So let's review what we know about equilateral triangles. The first thing is all sides are equal. The second thing is all the angles are equal. And since the angles in a triangle add up to 180 and they're equal, if we divide by 3, each angle is 60 degrees. So in an equilateral triangle, all sides are equal, all angles are equal, and each angle is 60 degrees. If we look at problem number 1, because we are told this is an equilateral triangle, that means every angle is 60 degrees. So to solve for x, negative 5x plus 90 is equal to 60. We'll subtract 90 from both sides. So negative 5x is equal to negative 30. Divide by negative 5. And x is equal to 6. Likewise, 8y is equal to 60. If you divide by 8, y is equal to 15 over 2, or 7.5. It's okay if you will leave your answer as a fraction. If you want to leave your answer as a decimal, that's perfectly fine. And just to show you the fraction button on the calculator, if you do 60 divided by 8 and press the little circle here, convert to fraction, it'll convert to a fraction for you. If we look at problem number 2, because this is an equilateral triangle, all the sides are the same. So to solve for x, I would say 15x plus 355 is equal to 55, because all sides are 55. If we subtract 355 from both sides, we'll get 15x is negative 300. Divide by 15, and please use a calculator. When you do this, x is equal to negative 20. To solve for y, 2y is equal to 55. We could divide by 2. So y is 55 over 2. I'm perfectly fine if you leave that as your answer. If you get to decimal, it is 27.5. When we take a look at problem number 3, you're going to see that it is a quadratic. But we're going to use the same process. All these angles that I'm marking in red are 60 degrees. So x squared minus 565 is equal to 60. We'll add 565 to both sides. Doing that on my calculator, I'll get 625 is equal to x squared. So x is plus or minus the square root of 625. And the square root of 625 is plus or minus 25. So the answer to number 3 is plus or minus 25. And in the last example, or the second to last example, number 4, it's very similar. All these angles are 60. but because the leading coefficient is not 1, there will be an extra step. So 6x squared minus 426 is equal to 60, because all the angles in an equilateral triangle are 60. We'll add 426 to both sides. Doing that on my calculator, I'll get 6x squared is equal to 486. We'll divide both sides by 6. Using my calculator, I get x squared is equal to 81. So x is plus or minus the square root of 81, which is plus or minus 9. And let's take a look at one more example here. So number 5, if you want to pause the screen and try this on your own, you can, but it's a little bit different. In an equilateral triangle, all sides are equal. So this time, 5x squared plus 32, that is not an angle, it's a side, and all the sides are the same, meaning all the sides are 52. So here we're going to set it equal to 52. We'll subtract 32 from both sides. We'll get 5x squared is equal to 20. We'll divide by 5. We'll get x squared is equal to 4. So x is plus or minus the square root of 4. So x is plus or minus 2.